And
the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a very spring-like morning out there. It feels like spring.
Yes, it's raining out. It's same story, pretty mild like yesterday, but there are some changes on the way, Gary. I want to show with you guys this map here. Look at the wind chills compared to central New York versus out in western New York. If you would just drive along the thruway from Rome to Buffalo, you'll go from 36 to -2. So we do have quite a difference maker in terms of a weather pattern here moving its way in. Also some snow showers reported pretty much all in locations west of the Utica-Rome area. So pretty interesting sight here. We'll take a look at the winds here too, which are still not that strong here locally, but they are starting to pick up, especially out in western New York. Something else to mention too, we are dealing with widespread fog today. There are a few pockets of clearing here and there, but with all the snow melts and the rain we saw yesterday, these are prime conditions for fog to form. So be prepared for that as you drive out to work today, especially in those hills south of the Mohawk Valley. Downtown Utica, you can see the fog there out in the distance, but again, we look at the radar right now. We have some rain filling in the Mohawk Valley. We zoom in here. Generally, elevations a little bit around 1,500 feet or above are going to see that switch over to wet snow, and that's, of course, mainly north of the thruway. You see valley locations south, seeing rain, hilltop locations, wet snow, and that fine line you can kind of see navigating through the elevations here in Oneida and Herkimer County, north of Rome into western and Ansville. Overall, this is trending its way north. The back side of this system will provide us with a few scattered snow showers and much colder temperatures this afternoon. Today's high is right now. At this time tomorrow morning, much colder stretch of weather ahead. We'll dive into that in a few minutes. Gary?
It's going to feel like Buffalo tomorrow morning.
Yes, very cold.
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. The prosecution rests.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is 5:11 on your Thursday morning, and well, we have quite a busy day ahead of us weather-wise. Big changes moving their way in. Let's start out with what you can expect as you head out the door this morning in your forecast in a minute. First off, temperature 36 degrees out there early today in the Mohawk Valley, a little cooler in those higher elevations. Behind me right here, we have Old Forge reporting snow showers, as well as areas near Woodgate. However, the similar elevation south near Lawrence reporting rain. So it's elevation dependent, but it also depends on location too, whether you're seeing rain or snow right now. Nonetheless, it is a warmer start to the day today. We are having some fog trying to form, especially south of the Mohawk Valley in those higher elevations. You notice here, Boonville has some snow on the ground. So largely dependent on where you are this morning as to if you're seeing rain or snow at this hour. You can see the general variety of rain and snow mixing in the lower elevations versus higher elevations. And you can see here some traffic flow data. A little bit of a slowdown is it up Route 12 between, say, let's say Barneveld and Boonville right here. That's a bit of a slowdown along some of those roads up there. So nonetheless, today we're tracking a cool down with a better shot for accumulating snow over the next few days and very cold wind chills this evening and tonight. We'll have the full details on that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A scam alert to tell you about.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are tracking some rain and snow and a big change in the temperatures from this morning through this afternoon. Let's look at the radar right now because depending on where you are, you could either be seeing rainfall or wet snow or dense fog, all dependent on where you are this morning. In fact, we zoom out a little bit. If you're heading out to western New York, we have a better shot for seeing some accumulating snow out in that neck of the woods over there. So It is a pretty busy day weather-wise today. We can actually see on these Mesonet cameras where that snow is falling. So, of course, in the Mohawk Valley, Herkimer heading out toward Oppenheim, it's generally rainfall, but you head toward Coldbrook, Woodgate, of course, Osceola, Old Forge, Whiteface, all reporting snowfall at this hour. So elevation dependence, and regardless, we're going to cool down this afternoon. So elevation won't play as much of a concern as where the lake effect will set up. So we're in the 30s this morning. Watch how quickly those temperatures fall at 2 p.m. today. Wind chills are in the teens, eventually single digits, and below zero by early tomorrow. So the same time tomorrow morning, this is how those temperatures will feel. So maybe grab that thicker coat heading out to work or where you need to go Friday morning. So this low pressure is gliding up the coast. We had the backside of that system producing some snow showers as we head into the evening and overnight. And the general trend for the next few days points to some consistent on and off snow chances. See this low pressure here to our west? That's going to dislodge a few snow showers over the next few days here in central New York. So look here in the SkyCast. We have that cold air working its way in. Brief rounds of snow here and there today. Again, at least for what we're seeing right now, a lot of lake effect falls north and west of us, but there's a lot of variability with these winds here. So we're going to keep a close eye on how that shapes up. Overnight tonight, we're going to be seeing a little bit of snowfall, but it does dry up as we head into the early afternoon tomorrow before more snow arrives as we head into Friday evening and Friday night. Then Saturday, looking to be on the snowier side here. So far, it doesn't appear to be that impactful, but nonetheless, it is still a snowfall, so expect some snowy conditions driving here and there. So here's snowfall potential accumulation through 7 p.m. today, through 7 a.m. tomorrow, through 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and as we head into Saturday morning at 7 a.m. to kind of timeline this out and show you how much snow we could be seeing. By the way, from 7 a.m. Saturday to 7 p.m. Saturday, there's a lot more of that upsloping taking place north of the Mohawk Valley. So your 7-day forecast, you can see here, not a whole lot of quieter days in the next week or so. We do have pretty much some snow chances every single day, but it's January, Gary. It's what we usually see this time of year: clouds, snow, cold. So we're back to it, just in a matter of time.
Well, look at all that sun tomorrow, right?
We have some opportunity in the afternoons. We do have a little bit.
A bright spot. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5 again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. If you're getting the kids ready for the bus stop this morning, make sure they try to stay dry. Eric, it's pretty wet out there this morning.
Yeah, on top of that, too, be prepared for some colder temperatures this afternoon, too. So we have a warmer start, a rainier one. But look at this. Look at some of these wind chills out in western New York that will be heading in our direction as we progress toward the afternoon. You can see here it's 36 in Rome, 34 Hamilton and Johnstown. But as you head out to, say, Buffalo, it is -1 wind chill right now. It's 2 in Watertown and 11 in Rochester. And we're going to start to see that cool down progress eastward as we head throughout the day today. Winds also, at least initially, not that strong locally, but they will be picking up as that cold front rolls through in the later half of the morning. A few more things to mention impact-wise. We are tracking some pretty dense fog in parts of our area due to the snow melt and the rainfall with those colder temperatures, the three things you need for some prime dense fog in the wintertime. So depending on elevation and location, you could be running into some dense fog this morning. You can see out in the distance here in downtown Utica, of course, the lower elevations seeing rainfall, higher elevations reporting snow. As you head up, say, Route 12 toward Boonville, that appears to be where a lot of that snow is accumulating, especially along Route 12. But again, as you head out in the lower elevations, it is a mainly rain event and likely to stay a mainly rain event for the lowest spots here locally. So today, We start out in the 30s, one of those rare days where we actually cool down throughout the morning and afternoon. By 6 p.m. tonight, we're at 19 degrees, wind chills in the single digits. We're going to be diving into, of course, more regarding those wind chills and, of course, more importantly, that snow forecast for the next few days straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Not for sale. That's
Omni, we got your back.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise here on this Thursday morning. Today we are starting out again on the milder side like yesterday. Depending on location, you head up north, there's some snow falling in the Mohawk Valley. It is pretty much entirely rainfall, but nonetheless, we are tracking a major cool down today and especially through tonight. But we'll, of course, be diving into that here in a lot more detail coming up in just a couple of minutes. For now, let's head to our photo of the day. This is a great shot sent in to us from Oriskany, an amazing photo by Cindy of a female cardinal enjoying the snowfall on whatever tree this is. But regardless, it's an amazing photo right here. There was a contest, I believe, a few days ago regarding submissions of birds. So we have a lot of beautiful bird photos here in the last few days. Either way, if you have any photo, weather-related or nature-related like this, you have to share with us that showcases your neck of the woods. The link right there, WKTV.com/weather/pics is the place to go. Each photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary?
pretty bird.
Yeah, very, very pretty bird.
Eric, thanks. Well, Dr. Stephanie Nesbitt's
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. On this Thursday, we are beginning today with some warmer temperatures, at least in the Mohawk Valley, switching over to snow in those higher elevations. In fact, look at the Yorkville Battery Live radar. That's a general idea of what's going on right now. We have conditions drying up a little bit compared to, say, a few moments ago, but nonetheless, we've got rain in the valleys, some snowfall in the higher elevations. As you head out to western New York, it's all snow. It's cold, below freezing, basically anywhere west of Syracuse. So this warm slot is pretty much focused in our area here early today. But as you take a look right here on the Mesonet cameras, with the white streaks or lines you see on those cameras, you kind of have a good idea of where that snow is falling. Woodgate, Coldbrook, Old Forge, Whiteface, all reporting that snowfall. Heading to the lower elevations, of course, looking to be rain. So early today, we've got that mix, different type scenario in terms of rain or snow, but the main thing today is going to be that cool down. We are seeing those feels-like temperatures in the low to mid-30s today, at least in the early morning. At 2 p.m., we are in the teens, and then below zero overnight into early tomorrow with negative double-digit wind chills possible in those higher elevations in the Adirondacks. So we've got a very cold, at least next 24 to 36 hours here locally. The bigger picture shows this low pressure still gliding along that front here, backside snow moving its way in, and then we still have some additional snow chances pretty much the next several days. I don't see anything that's at least producing major, notable, heavy snow, but the snow will add up if we have multiple chances of them over the next few days. So in our Skycast here today, we have a few bands of snow showers rolling through the area. Largely dependent on location as to where that snow will fall, but it will likely be all snow as temperatures fall very quickly. It quiets down tonight into early tomorrow. We have a few areas of clearing, so we do have some sunshine opportunity for Friday, but then clouds roll their way in, more snowfall Friday nights, and then the arrival of more snow throughout the day Saturday. This appears to be mainly on the lighter side, but upsloping north of the valley could be producing some higher totals here. Let's show you that snowfall map. So I'm going to step aside right here. You guys can see the map. This is until 7 p.m. today, then until 7 a.m. tomorrow, then right here until 7 p.m. Friday, and then until 7 a.m. Saturday. But watch what happens 7 a.m. Saturday to 7 p.m. Saturday. With that widespread snow upsloping will produce some higher totals north of the Mohawk Valley. So that's what we're looking at snowfall-wise between now through Saturday nights. 7-day forecast, we have still some active weather following the second half of the weekend into Martin Luther King Day and beyond, with some colder temperatures too. Tuesday and Wednesday next week, highs in the teens, lows below zero. So the trend points to some colder weather, but as I mentioned previously, Gary, we have some sunshine chances tomorrow. So soak in the sun.
Focus on that.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Well, several federal
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And now Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a rainy but warm morning out there, especially for this time of year.
Yeah, another warm start, but well, won't last long, Gary.
I know.
We have some colder weather on the way. Let's dive into it here because I want to show you guys this map that perfectly encapsulates if you live in New York State and you're telling people outside of New York State what it's like to live here. I think this map kind of summarizes it. Rain in the Mohawk Valley in the 30s, and then snow and 0 or below 0 wind chills out in western New York, with, of course, nearing mid-30s out in the capital region. I will say this, it is reporting snowfall now in Rome, so that colder air is slowly approaching as expected here. So basically areas mainly in Rome and west reporting snow, areas east in the lower elevations reporting rainfall. Winds still not that strong just yet. We're going to be keeping a close eye on it because they will be expected to strengthen throughout the day today. Regardless, too, with all the snow melts, the rainfall, and the colder temperatures, the 3 recipe ingredients you need for some patchy, dense fog in January. And so that's the case here. Watch out for some dense, foggy conditions in parts of central New York early today. A damp morning out there in downtown Utica, where that rain has been falling. But again, we're on the fringe here of that rain switching over to snow in the Mohawk Valley as the elevations where that snow is falling gets lower and lower. So we zoom out here. Regardless of what happens this morning, it will be cold enough for snowfall to accumulate this afternoon as that colder air works its way in. So today's high, well, right now actually, we're cooling down into the 20s this afternoon, teens by 6 p.m., and much colder wind chills. We'll dive into that, plus that snow forecast for the next few days straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. The prosecution rests.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is 6:10 going on 6:11, and a pretty busy day today. But if you're wondering what's going to be like as you head outside right now, we'll have a look right here in your forecast in a minute. First off, we'll take a look at downtown Utica. Current conditions officially in Rome at 34 with light snow starting to work its way in. So it's that time where eventually that colder air will slowly approach. So we do have a brief north wind here at 5 miles an hour. Interesting sight here that it's we're seeing a directly north wind, but nonetheless, the roadways this morning, if you're in the Mohawk Valley, they look a lot like this. There could be some ponding, by the way, so watch out on some flood-prone areas. But notice, in Boonville, the roads are snow-covered. If you head up Route 12, heading toward Boonville and near, say, for example, near Barneveld and the areas north, that's where it's still falling as snow early today. But we're seeing this dry slot work its way in. It's going to quiet down a little bit, at least over the next several hours, but we are going to be tracking the possibility of more scattered snow showers today. As I mentioned, you got some slowdowns up north, but that's really about it. If you're heading up Route 12, by any means, be prepared for some snow-covered conditions, at least on the roads. But either way, cloudy skies today, temperatures falling from the 30s down into the teens this afternoon. We'll have a look at those wind chills and, more importantly, that detailed snowfall forecast for you coming up shortly. Gary.
Eric, thanks. A scam alert to tell.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. On this Thursday, we are starting out with rainfall and some snow and some higher elevations. We look at the radar right now, we can see that generally the Mohawk Valley, in a few valley locations south, rain, fog as well. As a reminder, you could be seeing some foggy conditions this morning. But up north, we have some snow starting to accumulate on some roadways. To our west, there is some heavier snow approaching Rochester at this hour. But either way, we look at the Mesonet cameras right here. Obviously, head up in the higher elevations. Coldbrook, Old Forge, Woodgate reporting snow. Rainfall in areas to the south. So a few things today. The main thing, well, I should say one of the main things being temperature. We start out in the 30s this morning, cooling down quickly into the teens. By 5 or so p.m. we are down in the single digits, wind chills below zero tonight. In fact, negative double digits in some higher elevations by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So same time tomorrow, this is a view of those wind chills. So I guess plan accordingly if you're heading out to work. The bigger picture shows this low pressure still gliding along this front. The backside of it producing some scattered snow showers today through tonight. And then following that, we have some more opportunities for snowfall the next several days. These are not steady, highly impactful events, but if we have snow chances here and there for 3 or 4 days straight, the totals will eventually add up, especially for those of you north of the Mohawk Valley. So let's dive into it here in the Skycast. We have that snowfall shifting its way north, a few snow showers today, mainly a few lake effect bands which will wobble here and there, but mainly outside of our area. Then lingering snow tonight. It quiets down early tomorrow with some peaks of sunshine possible in the early afternoon. Before more clouds roll in, we have some snow chances again Friday night. And again, as we head into Saturday with some steadier, lighter snow. But again, largely depends on location, because watch what happens right here. Here is our snowfall accumulation map, and I'm going to step off to the side here. You guys can see this over a 12-hour time frame. This is 7 p.m. today, how much snow will be on the ground by 7 p.m. Notice mainly outside of central New York. Let's fast forward to 7 a.m. Friday. Same story, mainly outlying areas seeing some snow. Then at 7 p.m. Friday, not too bad accumulation-wise. 7 a.m. Saturday, starting to see some snowfall accumulate in the Tug Hill area. And then the main thing is that widespread snow Saturday by 7 p.m. That's where you really start to see some of that heavier snow accumulate north. Either way, we got some busy conditions the next few days. Some sunshine chances, though, again on Friday, and some colder temperatures by Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So pretty busy stretch, Gary.
Yeah. It reminds you of the song, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow.
And it keeps snowing.
Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. A raincoat might be a good idea this morning for the kids at the bus stop, but Eric, a very heavy coat might be needed when they get out, right?
Yeah, quite a difference a few hours will make today, Gary. This morning we have some rain and temperatures in the low 30s. But let's take a look at the map here, because out in western New York, we're already seeing that cold air work in. It's 0 with that wind chill in Buffalo right now. It's 12 in Dansville. It's 11 in Rochester, a single degree in Watertown. So that cold air is working in. It's already switching over to snow in at least the official reporting area at Griffiths in Rome. So we're already starting to see that cold air work in. Still, we are in a section of the state where we are seeing some mixing, or at least mainly rain as well, which I'll show here in a second. At least for now, winds are not that strong. They are expected to strengthen as we head throughout the day today. And on top of that, with the snow melt, the rain, and the colder temperatures, we have the ingredients present for widespread fog this morning. You might encounter some pretty dense fog on your morning commutes, especially if you're south of the Mohawk Valley. Downtown Utica, you can see here it's still a bit damp. It is not snowing in the lowest elevations, but you head up north, it is now creeping down through Rome into some locations just north of the thruway. So, in fact, we zoom in right here. Of course, with the rainfall starting to weaken, it's a bit difficult here to see exactly where that rain-snow line is. But regardless, there is snow all in western New York, and that is expected to head in our direction, at least the colder temperatures that is. Go from the 30s down into the teens, the few scattered snow showers throughout the day, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. We'll have a more detailed look at that forecast for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Not for sale.
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
Welcome back to Sunrise here on this Thursday morning. To start out, at least early today, temperatures are hovering in the 30s right now, so it's still looking to be a bit cold out there to start your day today, but not as cold as what we've anticipated. That's going to be expected to move in later on this morning. Appears I have a glitch with my remote right now, so I guess I can't show you the graphic just yet. So bear with me. Here I am. I'm not good with computers. 1 second here as I'm loading up the graphics here. I'm not sure why is this not working for me today. I had it working literally 2 seconds ago. All right, let's see if this will work right here. And, oh, my remote died. That's something that would also help that out. Here we go. That's why. So here we are. Not a computer system, I just forgot to change my battery. So either way, we're in the 30s right now. It's warm, at least relatively for January standards, but we are cooling down. We have some colder wind chills on the way and some snow chances as well. But first, let's quickly get to our photo of the day today. Don't want to pass over this one. It's a great one sent in to us from Oriskany. This was sent in by Cindy. A great shot here of a female cardinal and one of the many great bird pictures we got from a request a few days ago. So if you have a photo like this showcasing nature in your neck of the woods, WKTV.com/weather/pics. Your photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary?
And don't kid the viewers, you are definitely good with computers.
I guess the remote just wanted to die in me, I guess. I don't know.
Eric, thanks. Dr. Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, you mentioned it earlier. What a difference from what, 30s, 40s to what, 7 degrees?
Yeah, I drove in and it was still raining out and it wasn't too bad in my jacket, but I grabbed an extra layer because I knew this afternoon it'd be a different story. How about these for current wind chills? 7 degrees in Rome, still below zero in Buffalo. It's still incredibly cold across the state. The outliers, of course, in the Hudson Valley, 32 degrees reported in Poughkeepsie. This is the 24-hour temperature change. I always like showing these graphs when we see a massive cold front roll through. 24 hours ago, we were pushing the low 40s here, and now you can see that temperature change, 26 degrees lower than what we were yesterday. Same thing in Syracuse, and even a 30-degree difference out in Watertown. Winds are picking up. They're not that strong just yet, but at least they have been seeing at least a good amount of gusts here. And we are tracking some scattered snow showers rolling through as expected. Something interesting here I just want to touch upon briefly. It's an interesting sight seeing the dynamics of the atmosphere here. Look at this. The snow near the ground is shifting its way eastward, but look at that, elevated snow moving north. You can actually see the movement of the atmosphere right here. So it's kind of incredible here. A bit of a geek moment for weather right here. But either way, we have some snow still accumulating on some side roads and some higher elevations. So again, just watch out for slippery spots today as temperatures continue to free fall down into the teens tonight. Wind chills below zero. We'll have more information too, as well as that with that additional snowfall the next few days straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon, a Utica man.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, what a difference this morning for this afternoon has made. We already are seeing some snow showers roll through the area. Yes, it's been blowing pretty good too, but not a whole lot of snow has really been accumulating. I mean, we had snow stick, but in terms of major accumulating snow, not a whole lot right now. Nonetheless, the snow can still be impactful due to these strong winds and the huge transfer of energy in the atmosphere here. For now, though, a lot of main roads are generally clear. This is a good sight to see on our traffic tracker. Lots of green. Yes, there are a few slowdowns, but to be expected with a snow system like this. And depends on location whether you're seeing snow or cloudy skies right now. Regardless, crews are out and about to make sure the roads are as clear as they can be. So this morning, we were treated to some warmer temperatures, but that has quickly shifted to a colder wind chill in the teens and single digits, eventually below zero tonight, and your morning wind chill at 6 a.m. as you head out the door, -3 in Utica and maybe -18 up in Old Fort. So dress accordingly tomorrow. So the backside of the system shifts its way eastward. We begin to quiet down following tonight. We do have additional snowfall expected tonight, so we're not out of the woods with that just yet. Quieter Friday with more snow as we head into Saturday as well. Another system we're closely tracking, so it's a very busy stretch of weather here the next few days, but we'll dive into it right here in the Skycast. So we have a few scattered snow showers across the area right now. Winds have picked up. We're going to see additional lingering snow overnight, ending by Friday morning with even some sunshine peeking out Friday afternoon. But don't let that fool you. It's still going to be very cold throughout the day. Then we're going to see the wind shift. A brief round of snowfall overnight, and eventually Saturday is our best shot for widespread, consistent snowfall across parts of our area. So that will move through, and that's, of course, driven in by that coastal system there. So I want to show our snowfall map here, the latest data that just came in. These get updated every 6 or so hours. So just here's the timeline between now through 7 p.m. tonight of additional snowfall. Again, not a whole lot of measurable accumulating snow today for a lot of areas. Overnight and early tomorrow, 7 a.m., a dusting to an inch or two in some of those yellow, or excuse me, light blue zones at 2 to 4 inches. Mainly closer to the 2-inch mark here. By Friday at 7 p.m., we're still seeing some snowfall. I'll move over here so you can see where some of that snow is moving in. And then Friday night to Saturday, additional light snow, but really it's a Saturday morning through Saturday evening that we really begin to see some measurable snow, mainly due to upsloping in those areas north of the Mohawk Valley. Your 7-day forecast, we have, again, some sunshine arriving here and there Friday. A little busier on Saturday, temperatures in the low 30s, then cooling down into the 20s, eventually teens by next week. So we had a January thaw, we enjoyed it, and now we're back to what January usually brings, which is some colder weather and some snow.
That thaw was quick.
Yes.
Couple of days, and now we're back to 7 degrees. Eric, thanks. No deals. You're all just Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, a lot of unhappy folks out there today from this morning's 40-degree temperatures to below 10 now, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we have a few peaks of blue skies here. It's a bit of a fool's forecast here because, I mean, the temperature feels like 6 degrees,
Wow.
Gary. It is very cold out there this afternoon. A look at the current conditions. We have that northwesterly wind here. And the official temperature on paper of 18, but it sure doesn't feel like that out there outside today. 6 degrees in Rome. We head around the state. Still incredibly cold out in Buffalo and incredibly snowy. Western New York is going to see the brunt of this snowfall today. And in fact, I mean, just to show you just how much of a difference it was 24 hours ago, we were in the 40s in the early afternoon yesterday, down to 26 degrees below what we were, again, 24 hours ago. So it is an incredibly cold day today, and also icy and snowy in some spots where that snow melts and rain at least refroze again. Yorkville Battery Live radar, a few scattered snow showers across the region. Still an interesting sight here in the atmosphere of the lower winds pushing their way east and the winds aloft shifting north. Some of a spiral you can see here taking place here locally. Nonetheless, A few side roads are snow covered. Road conditions will still be dependent on where that snow is this afternoon, which will be a bit variable depending on where those lake effect snow bands wobble here and there. But regardless of where the snow position is going to be, it's going to be cold tonight. Overnight lows falling into the teens, wind chills below 0. So it's going to be a very cold start tomorrow. We have more snow on the way as we head into tomorrow and especially the weekend. We will dive into that here coming up in just a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A dog and its owner.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today started out warmer. Might have thought it'd be another warm January day out there, but quite a difference a few hours made. We have a few scattered snow showers here in the Yorkville Battery live radar here, and we have some snow still wrapping around in western New York, shifting north in the North Country and the Tug Hill Plateau, entering Jefferson County right now. But nonetheless, roadways really not too bad out there today. Obviously, some side roads are going to be snow covered. Just travel, or at least plan accordingly if you're driving anywhere today. Depending on location still too, you could have some additional snowfall right now, or cloudy, even a brief window of sunshine here. A very nice surprise here early today. So the wind chills early today weren't too bad, but it's one of those rare days where it actually cools down from the morning into the afternoon. Our high for the day today was actually before sunrise. Then, of course, by 2 p.m., we're still having those wind chills in the low teens, single digits, below 0 wind chills tonight. In fact, some locations, the Adirondacks, negative double-digit wind chills. So definitely dress accordingly. Make sure the kids at the bus stop tomorrow have an extra layer as they're standing out for getting into school. So we look at the system here. We have low pressure gliding along that cold front. The backside of it shifts its way east. We dry up a little bit with some sunshine opportunity in the early afternoon Friday, but then we have some more snow chances, both from coastal system influences and some inland influences here to the northwest. So needless to say, it's a busy stretch of weather between now through the end of the weekend, even for much of next week. So just bear with us here. We'll go day by day. So today, we have some wraparound snow showers, some lake effect here and there, some strong winds, cold temperatures. We head into tonight, we're going to still see some lingering snow showers here and there. By tomorrow, clouds will turn to some sunshine, and highs will be in the 20s. Wind chills will be a little bit colder than that here, too. But either way, we have some clouds rolling in again Friday night, some scattered snow showers, widespread snow moves in as we head into Saturday. This is our best shot for accumulating steady snow across the area, but keep in mind some spots might see more snow than others. So let's go in the time frame here. So right above my head here, I'll make sure I get out of the way. You can see the timestamp. This is 7 p.m. tonight. The amount of snow on the ground by 7 p.m. tonight. We fast forward to 7 a.m. tomorrow. A little bit more snowfall, still nothing major, traced to a couple of inches in much of central New York. We head into Friday night, 7 p.m. Still seeing some additional snowfall, mainly west of central New York. A few more accumulations here and there between 2 to 4 inches in the light blue zones. The real piece here is between 7 a.m. Saturday and 7 p.m. Saturday when that widespread snow moves in. Due to upsloping here, there could be a lot more falling in the areas just north of the New York State Thruway there. So again, plan accordingly the next few days. It's not anything major, but just a reminder that you want to travel a bit cautiously when you have some snow like that, especially in the North Country. We do expect temperatures to fall following the weekend into the 20s and teens for next week. So by any means, January, or at least winter, is not done anytime soon. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are back.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Some snow flurries out there, if you will.
Yeah, back to reality here. Back to cold weather, snow showers. Watch out for icy conditions. We had a flash freeze this morning. That ice is going to be sticking around for the long term. On untreated surfaces. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are seeing some light flurries and snow showers. These will continue tonight. The next round will be dropping in off of Lake Ontario. This will move through the area later this evening. In general, a little accumulation is expected, but we will see a continuation of snow showers through early tonight. Big story is the cold weather. It feels like 7. That wind outside, a current temperature of 20 degrees. It remains cold tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the single digits. Cloudy tomorrow, generally dry. We're tracking some light snow heading into the weekend, but in general, it's back to cold and snowy weather as we head into the first part of the week. In fact, some of the coldest air we've seen so far this season looks to be on the horizon as we head into Tuesday. Snow showers this evening, temperatures in the teens. We're tracking, again, this colder weather pattern ahead. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Decision 2026, a Republican.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A much colder day today. Very noticeable heading outside, especially with the wind. The air has a bite to it. Live look at downtown Utica. You can notice it's not only cloudy, we've been dealing with on and off snow showers, but we're now 5:15, and we have just a bit of twilight still, which is very encouraging. Usually this time for the past month it's been completely dark, but we are starting to notice a little bit of daylight now. A live look at the airfield battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some scattered snow showers continue across central New York, especially north and west. The next round of snow will come off of Lake Ontario. It'll produce very light accumulation as it drops south and east. Again, a coating of snowfall is expected tonight. The winds are going to continue tomorrow. The cold weather is going to linger around. Temperatures will be in the low 20s. This isn't unheard of for January, but it is very different than what we've been experiencing lately. The wind chill will be below 0 in the morning, and then it climbs into the teens in the afternoon, so dress nice and warm. Winds are going to be hanging around. It looks breezy over the next couple of days. The winds pick up next week, specifically Monday and Tuesday, as some much colder air works in. We're a week away from the first 5 o'clock sunset of the year. We're going to continue to see daylight increase as we head into the next couple of weeks. It'll become after 5. We are less than 2 months away from the clock change when we go over to daylight saving time. So you look at the radar and satellite image, cold front swinging through, seeing a response from the Great Lakes. Scattered lake effect snow showers will continue as this low pressure system heads to the north and east. And again, some scattered snow showers tonight. Little accumulation is expected. Overnight lows drop down into the single digits. It's cold to start Friday, but it won't be quite as cold in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low to mid 20s with mostly cloudy skies. A little bit of sunshine is possible in the afternoon. The next weather maker, a warm front, approaches from the west. This produces light snow showers Friday night, and temperatures will not be as cold Friday night. We'll drop down into the 20s. And then on Saturday, a weak weather system rolls through, producing some light snow showers, temperatures in the low 30s. What happens Friday night into Saturday produces an inch or two of accumulation along the higher terrain. In the Mohawk Valley, we do expect a coating to as much as an inch of snowfall. Again, this is Friday evening through early Saturday. Tonight, snow showers cold, 7. Tomorrow, cloudy, snow showers late in the day, temperatures in the low 20s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. On and off snow showers for the weekend, relatively light accumulation. Next week looks much colder. We're looking at temperatures only in the teens Tuesday and Wednesday, with the potential of some significant lake effect snow. I'm looking at the North Country right now for possibly heavy accumulation, but it's a ways away.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Well, the cold temperatures can have a major impact on anyone's body, but for the millions of migraine sufferers here in the United States, the cold can also trigger an attack.
Amanda Gaither explains why winter weather can bring on a migraine and how to help prevent an attack when it's cold outside.
Extreme cold, changes in barometric pressure, and sudden weather shifts can create a perfect storm for those who suffer from migraines.
For a lot of people, that is a major trigger.
Dr. Ahmad Estamalik with Cleveland Clinic says winter weather can trigger blood vessels in the brain to dilate, causing inflammation and lead to sinus pressure. Both can increase the number of migraines. Avoiding those attacks starts with being aware of what typically sparks them, like certain foods, caffeine, stress, and sleep issues.
Those who have migraines know what they can do generally to minimize triggers.
Estamalik says to also avoid the extreme weather as much as possible. Stay inside when you can. Make sure you're hydrated. And he says not to load up on over-the-counter painkillers.
Too much over-the-counter painkillers for migraine patients can have a rebound effect. So suddenly they get into what we call rebound headaches. So typically we recommend no more than 2 to 3 times a week, and then really trying to minimize the other factors.
And while you can't change the weather, you can be prepared. Esther says to have rescue and abortive medications on hand in case they're needed when air pressure changes. Finally, if you can't find symptom relief, see a doctor.
There are a lot of ways to deal with, that sudden change in headache frequency. And that's where I think patients should reach out to their healthcare provider for that.
For Health Minute, I'm Andy Gaither.
Coming up, an emergency return.
Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
So we're tracking cold weather. Just a reminder, it's very icy out there tonight. We had a flash freeze take place this morning. Standing water turned over to ice, and it's going to stick around. And it's more of a problem on sidewalks, parking lots, driveways, as opposed to roads. But again, if you're heading out, keep that in mind. And that's going to be the case for the next couple of days. I don't think we're going to get rid of this ice anytime soon. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Scattered snow showers continue. We will see a few snow showers tonight. Little accumulation is expected. The big story, the temperatures are going to be heading downward. We do climb into the mid-30s Saturday, but other than that, it's going to be much colder. We're going to spend most of the next 7 days in the 20s and even into the teens as we head into the middle of next week. If you're heading out, taking the dog out for a walk, again, just watch your footing. It's a little icy out there. Temperatures will be in the teens. Tonight's featured dog is Chloe from Edmundston. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. An 18-year-old who was facing
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Colder weather has settled in, and it's going to be here for the long term. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica. Just be careful if you're walking on sidewalks. Untreated surfaces are going to be very slippery. We had a flash freeze earlier today, and this ice is not going anywhere. The weather looks fairly quiet this evening. We are tracking some snow showers. There will be a burst of snow that drops off of Lake Ontario this evening, and it's moving across the shoreline right now. It's out near Oswego, and it's not a lot, but this will create a brief reduction in visibility and a very light amount of snowfall, less than a half an inch of accumulation with this as it moves to the south and east. It's part of a wind shift that's going to usher in even colder weather. By the way, we are officially halfway through meteorological winter. That's the 3 coldest months of the year: December, January, February, and today, the halfway point of January, marks this occasion. We're halfway home. Let's take a look at how much snow has fallen so far for this half of winter. 69 inches in the city of Utica. We picked up a half an inch today. Our total continues to run well above average, although we've been falling behind pace here with the warmer weather that we've had recently. But still, more than 2 feet above average. If you saw these stats a week and a half ago, we were almost 3 feet above average. So relatively quiet weather in the short term, but of course that's just how winter goes. Sometimes you get snowier periods, sometimes it's not quite as much. Last year was more of an exception. Temperatures across central New York in the teens: Barneville 18, Cassville 19 degrees, Bill and Old Forge 12, Donna and Norway 19, across Southern Valleys, Deb and Hardwick 17, Scott in Edmundston with 19. Colder weather works in on the backside of yesterday's weather maker. We're seeing lake effect snow showers this evening. These come to an end tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the single digits. It will be a lot colder north compared to south, even more so than usual. Could be below 0 in Old Forge, but in the Mohawk and Southern Valleys, we're in the single digits and teens. Tomorrow looks dry for the majority of the day. Some light snow showers arrive late in the day. Little accumulation is expected. On Saturday, a very weak area of low pressure swings through. It produces some light snow showers, but it is enough to bring us some accumulation Saturday during the early part of the day. We're thinking an inch or two of accumulation along higher elevations, north and south of the Mohawk Valley. Little accumulation across the lower elevations. Snow showers cold tonight, a low of 7. Tomorrow, cloudy, snow showers late, temperatures in the low 20s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Light snow Saturday, Sunday. We get into a lake effect snow pattern next week with much colder temperatures. We're in the teens Tuesday and Wednesday, overnight lows near or below 0. So, again, some very cold weather on the horizon.
All right, well, thank you. Two statues. Weather. Let's get you caught up on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Be careful, it's still pretty icy out there tonight. We had a flash freeze earlier today, and that ice is going to linger on untreated surfaces. We are tracking some snow showers, but these are not expected to cause any big problems. I am watching this specific zone crossing over Lake Ontario. This will be a brief burst of snow as it drops south and east, but other than that, it should be a relatively quiet night. It's cold, 19 degrees. It feels like 6. That's the big story for the short term. This cold weather is going to linger around. We'll drop into the single digits tonight. Cloudy tomorrow. We'll go to a relatively short break in the weather before light snow chances return. And it's a pretty active weather pattern looking ahead to early next week with plenty of cold and snow on the way. Snow showers this evening, temperatures in the teens. We are tracking, again, some cold weather and also how much snow is expected heading into the weekend. That's coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Decision 2026.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're tracking a couple of snow showers out there tonight. Cold, breezy conditions overnight. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica. The main roads are wet and generally treated, but be careful on untreated surfaces. We had a flash freeze earlier today. Plenty of standing water this morning froze over on sidewalks, driveways, parking lots. If they're not treated, they're going to be slippery. Something to keep in mind here tonight. And actually over the next couple of days, they're going to get into the deep freeze here this week. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few light snow showers and flurries. I am tracking this area of snow that's crossing over Lake Ontario. This will drop in and produce a quick half-inch of snowfall later this evening. So we'll see a brief burst before things start to settle down. And the weather tonight looks generally quiet. Today marks the halfway point through meteorological winter. That would be December 1st through February 28th. We're halfway there. For the city of Utica, we've picked up 69 inches of snow in the first half of winter. We'll see how the second half plays out. All signs are this pattern is going to continue. The cold, snowy weather is going to be part of our, at least short-term, future. Temperatures are going to stay cold tomorrow. We're looking at highs in the low 20s. Wind chills will be below 0 in the morning, and then they'll climb into the teens throughout the day. The general weather pattern remains windy and cold over the next several days. Strongest winds look to be early next week as some Arctic air rolls in. Skywatchers checking in. Clinton 17, Whitesboro 21 degrees, Barneveld 18, Erican Inlet 13 degrees, Jeff and Mohawk 19, across the Southern Valleys, Genevas, Gary 23, Deb and Hartwick with 17. Low pressure swings through tonight. Lingering snow showers this evening. We'll get a chance to dry out early tomorrow. Little snowfall is expected tonight. Most areas pick up less than a half an inch. We'll see overnight lows in the single digits to below 0 to the north. Friday looks mostly dry. We'll get a few breaks of sunshine. Later in the day, a warm front rolls in, and this does produce some snow showers in the evening. Little accumulation is expected. We do expect some accumulating snow on Saturday. During the day, we could pick up an inch or two of snowfall, and this is primarily in higher elevations, both north and south of the Mohawk Valley. In the Mohawk Valley, in the lower elevations, a trace to an inch of snow. Again, this is for Friday night and into Saturday. Snow showers cold tonight. We're down to 7. Tomorrow, cloudy, snow showers late in the day. I have 22. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We're into the 30s on Saturday, though it looks to be the mildest day of the stretch. It's mostly cold weather that's going to stick around. On and off snow showers Sunday and into Monday. We're watching an Arctic front that rolls in Monday and a pretty strong signal of lake effect snow for next week. At this point, it looks like it's going to be generally north and west of our area, but we'll have to keep an eye on it.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Find out who this week's forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. It's getting cold out there tonight.
Yeah, the wind chills are below 0. We've got the wind, we've got the cold weather. This is going to be the norm going forward, at least for the foreseeable future. I know it's January and it's supposed to be cold, but this is going to be colder than what is typical. We've been above average here for the past 2 weeks, so it's also a little bit of a shock to the system, isn't it? Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Snow showers continue to move in from the west. We've been getting some light snow this evening. It's been pretty light. That's going to be the case over the next couple of days. We do have more snow on the way. Tonight, again, it's all about the cold weather. Current temperature 14 degrees. That west wind sustained at 15 miles an hour, making it feel like 1 below zero. Our weather headlines: snow showers end tonight, windy and cold tomorrow. Next round of snow arrives Saturday. It looks pretty light, and some cold weather is on the horizon, especially as we head into the middle of next week. Snow showers tonight down to 7. The wind chills will be close to 0 or below 0 overnight. We're tracking the snow accumulation ahead. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Did you see this today, by the way, the latest on that mass I-81 south of Lafayette? We don't see these kind of things around our area. This is something you see out west, down south. The highway is back open tonight. 37 cars involved, including 3 tractor trailers. It's all happening about 2:30 this afternoon, just south of exit 73 on I-81. Police believe weather played a role in this. Crews took 8 people to the hospital, with 2 having serious but non-life-threatening injuries. They had to move uninjured drivers to the Lafayette Fire Department by bus. Just unbelievable. A local nonprofit is...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. We've been seeing some light snow showers and flurries throughout the course of this evening, and it's been getting colder. Temperatures are in the teens. We'll drop into the single digits tonight. Light snow showers continue to work in from the west. We're not expecting much accumulation tonight. Most areas pick up less than an inch of accumulation, and so that'll be around through the next couple of hours. We do get a chance to dry out overnight. By tomorrow morning, I think most of the area is dry. We are halfway through meteorological winter. This marks the halfway point. So far for the city of Utica, this half of winter, we've had 69 inches, which is a good 2 feet above average. We picked up a ½ inch of snowfall today, and it's going to get colder, and it's going to get snowier in our future. We'll be adding to this number here over the next couple of weeks for sure. Temperatures start out in the teens tomorrow. It's going to feel like single digits to below 0. We'll climb into the teens tomorrow afternoon, into the low 20s, so a cold day. The winds are going to be around over the next few days. Not super windy, but breezy enough to make it feel much colder than the air temperature. The winds will really start to kick up as we head into Monday, as it gets even colder. Bigger picture shows low pressure swinging through the region tonight, producing some lingering snow showers in its wake. Temperatures will fall into the single digits tonight. Snow showers do come to an end. It's cloudy throughout the day tomorrow. We might get a few breaks of sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the mid-20s. Light snow showers show up late in the day. Little accumulation is expected. On Saturday, widespread light snow is going to be taking place throughout the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the mid-30s. On Saturday, we could pick up an inch or 2 of snowfall, primarily in the higher elevations north and south of the Mohawk Valley. So a light snowfall for most of us, but again, a few slippery spots to be had Saturday afternoon. Snow showers cold tonight, down to 7. Tomorrow, snow showers late in the day. Most of the day looks dry. Temperatures in the low 20s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Saturday, mid-30s, and then it gets colder. Again, tracking more light snow chances Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. It gets much colder with highs in the teens. I am keeping an eye on Tuesday. That could produce some pretty heavy lake effect snow, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. We'll keep you posted.
Double shot there with lake effect snow and cold temperatures. Winter's back.
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you, Bill. With the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. It's getting cold out there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wind chills are below 0 already, so we're going to be dealing with the wind and the cold tonight, and it's going to get colder here as we look ahead, as we head into the heart of winter here in central New York. Temperatures will, again, fall into the single digits tonight. As far as snow goes, we do have some light snow that we're tracking moving in from the west. This will be fairly light. We're not expecting a lot of accumulation, but it is going to be enough to coat the roads and maybe enough to do some very light shoveling first thing tomorrow morning. Our temperature is 12 degrees, the west wind at 15 miles an hour, making it feel like 4 below 0. Again, that's going to continue to be this cold tonight. Windy and cold tomorrow, temperatures will be in the low 20s. Snow and very cold weather is going to be sticking around as we head into next week. Tonight we're down into the single digits, snow showers. We are tracking some light snow for Saturday, as well as tomorrow evening. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We don't see pileups in our area like this, and this is out towards Syracuse. In fact, it's just near Lafayette and I-81. It's jarring to see this kind of stuff. This happened this afternoon. The highway is back open tonight, but 37 cars, including 3 tractor trailers, involved in this crash. It all happened about just south of exit 73 on I-81. Police believe that weather played a role. It took crews 8 people to the hospital, having 2 serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Police moved uninjured drivers to the Lafayette Fire Department. A local nonprofit is asking for your help tonight to find.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking widespread light snow. This is a live look in downtown Utica. Roads are generally wet. Could be a few slippery spots into tomorrow morning. Still dealing with some residual ice issues from what happened earlier today. That big flash freeze taking place this morning. We are tracking some light snow showers out there moving in from the west. I don't expect much accumulation from this. Maybe a coating to as much as a ½ inch to maybe an inch on the higher terrain by tomorrow morning. Again, child's play compared to what we're used to around here. Today marks the halfway point of meteorological winter. We count that as the 3 coldest months of the year: December, January, February. We're halfway there. For the city of Utica, we're up to 69 inches of snow on the season. We picked up a ½ inch today. We're over about 2 feet above average, and there's more snow in our future for sure. It looks cold tomorrow. Not much snow tomorrow, but maybe a little bit in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 20s. Wind chills will be below 0 in the morning, single digits for most of the day, into the teens in the afternoon. Breezy conditions continue into the weekend. The winds pick up early next week with cold weather on the way. Today's weather system now moving to the east. It's bringing in cold weather and wind, scattered snow showers this evening. These do come to an end pretty soon. Looking at overnight lows in the single digits to perhaps even below 0, especially to the north. We're tracking clouds here for Friday. We're expecting the weather to be mostly dry, a few breaks of sunshine in the afternoon. The next round of snow arrives tomorrow night. It looks very light. It'll be around in the evening. Temperatures will drop into the upper 20s. Saturday, cloudy skies, snow showers. Temperatures will climb into the mid-30s. We do expect to see some accumulating snow on Saturday, especially the hilltops north of the Mohawk Valley. Could see as much as 1 to 3 inches of snowfall here during the day on Saturday, and less accumulation in the lower elevations. Snow showers cold tonight, a low of 7. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, snow showers return late. It's a cold day. Temperatures will be in the low 20s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Clouds, snow showers. We're into the 30s Saturday. Again, accumulating snow along the higher terrain. Sunday, cloudy skies, snow showers 26. And this pattern just continues. We're expecting another shot of Arctic air as we head into Monday night. That could be accompanied by some snow squalls and then lake effect snow, which could be quite heavy Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now it looks like the winds are from the west, which would bring heavy snow to the Tug Hill and western New York. But again, we've got to watch that.
Yeah, might not dip down past the thruway, but you never know.
Yes, it wouldn't take much.
That's true. All right, thank you, Bill.